All right, here we are for our thrower, jumper, sprinter winter strength plan. It's phase 4. We're gonna start off with 1A, which is single leg glute bridge with a 5-second hold. So when we set up for our glute bridge, we want to land our back. When our fingertips are able to touch our heels, we're in a good position. Our feet are hip width apart. And we're gonna go single leg up, 5-second hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back down, back up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you'd rather alternate each one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm completely fine with either. We just really want to drive those hips, keeping them up the entire time, really squeezing the glute as we activate our hips. We then move on to 1B, which is mini band side wall walk. We're gonna come on over here. That's timed for 30 seconds. We're gonna start right about shoulder height, and we're gonna just walk to the side, the other side, up diagonally, down diagonally, down. And we're just gonna get as many as we can in that 30 seconds. Really trying to spread the band as best we can. All right. We then go over to 1C, which is our power clean progression. Really want to focus on the movement quality here. First thing before every rep is rolling our shoulders back. We're going to hold it wide enough for our first 3 so that when we drop our hips, it's right here in our hip crease. So from here, we're going to explode through the hips, big shrug, 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to go into a high pull from this position, from the hips first. Then our elbow is going to go high to the side with a big shrug. So here to here, here to here, here. Third set, we're here, we're going to go into the catch. Putting all those pieces together. Here and up. Here. Now we're going to slide down to the hang position for our next 2. About 3 inches above the knee. Notice that I'm hinging at the hips. Like that. That's how I'm starting. Shoulders are out over my hands, out in front of my hands as I go into these movements. First one is a high pull. And just slow motion the very first one. We're going to go bringing it back to the hips where we just practiced our last 3, and then into a high pull. 2 more times. Now we're going to go into a catch, putting all those things together. Bring it back to the hip every single time. And now we're going to the floor. We want the bar to come straight up. We want to move our body around the bar rather than move the bar around our body. So we're starting here mid-shin. I'm going to get my knees out of the way. Now I'm in that hang position. I'm going to bring it back to my hips and drive all the way up into the catch. Okay? So straight on, a little bit faster. Bring it straight up the body. Like that. All right? Next, so now we're primed and ready to go. We're going to go to 2A, which is a hang high pull. We're going to use a bar right here. We're going to get in our hang position. Just like our fourth one on that clean progression. So shoulders are rolled back before every single rep. Going to hinge at the hips. I'll do a couple this way first. Hinging at the hips. I'm going to bring it back into my hip crease, and then I'm going to finish with a high pull. Like that. Straight on. And there's your hang high pull. Want to use a lot of speed right there, really bringing it back into our hips, keeping the bar as close to us as we possibly can the entire time. We're gonna pair that with bootstrapper. Bootstrapper, we're gonna do that 8 times. We're going to start just slightly wider than hip width apart. Toes are just slightly pointed out to the sides. We're up nice and tall. We're gonna sit back on our heels. Hands are on our bootstraps. We're gonna exhale, straighten our legs, 1 Mississippi hold, come on back into that deep squat, and we're gonna continue 8 times. Breathing through it, keeping our hands on our bootstraps the entire time. Next, we slide down to 3A, glute bridge with feet on bench. We are gonna use a box or a bench. We're gonna get all of our nice plates and add resistance right here. We're gonna drive our heels, so we have a 90 degree. We're gonna drive our heels into the bench as we push through the heels and up like that. We're gonna go, tempo is X, 1, 2. So explode, 1 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Explode, 1 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Continue that until we're done. That's 6 reps. Next, we're gonna go over here to the pull-up iso hold. We're gonna hold these as long as we possibly can. We're really focused on being in a retracted scapular retraction right here. Jump up, do whatever you need to do. But we're just holding like this. Shoulder blades are together, holding this as long as we can. All right. We're gonna come on back over, get into some lateral movement as we go into the lateral limbo lunge. I'm gonna do 6 each side. Again, get comfortable with the movement before we add resistance. When we do add resistance, we'll do it with a dumbbell holding it right here. But we wanna get pretty wide, toes are pointed straight ahead. We're gonna sit back on our heels and we're gonna stay low like we're limboing the entire time. So 6 per side. Staying back on the heels, sitting back, staying low, chest is spread. And we got that nice and slow, not a race, 6 each side. And our last one, 4B, is a tall kneeling alternating dumbbell press. Tall kneeling, we're gonna really squeeze our glutes. I'll do it from the side first. Really squeezing the glutes, isometric hold right there. We're gonna start with both of them up, hiding our ears from those looking at us from the side. We're gonna come straight down at a 45-degree angle, right here, 0, 90, 45. Press right back up, and up. And we're gonna continue that. 6 per side. I'll show you straight on. Squeezing the glutes, up nice and tall, together. 1's down, exploding back up. 2 seconds down, exploding back up, and up. And there is day 1 of your 4th phase. Enjoy.